NTA Channel 5 Abuja Unity Station. We have quite an interesting lineup tonight. Nigeria's First Lady backs 20. Thanks for staying. State House correspondent Adeni Taiwo reports.
The award as the 2024 Woman of the Year is conferred on the First Lady Oluremi Tinubu in recognition of her numerous impact on women and other key segments of the society, not only as the First Lady of Nigeria, but also as a former legislator and wife of a governor. Receiving the award, the First Lady, represented by wife of the Speaker, House of Representatives, Fatima Tajuddin Abbas, noted that the honor would spur her to do more for Nigerians.
The First Lady would like to dedicate this award to every Nigerian woman, youth, and children who contribute to the growth of our beloved nation.
Former Deputy National Chairman of the People's Democratic Party, Chief Olabode George, made the presentation on behalf of the organizers.
The awardees. May the Almighty God ensure that this award you are taking tonight
Now, if an individual is yet to have an encounter with God, then the person is not fit for God's work. This message was re-echoed by the guest minister, Pastor Michael Folorunsho, at the Redeemed Christian Church of God Pentecost Assembly, Abuja. Mariam George Chitubo has details of this. Ekwa Good News Sabondutse.
Reminding worshippers that God has a purpose for their lives and has built everyone according to his plan, Provincial Pastor FCT Michael Folorunsho spoke on the topic, the man, the message, and the ministry. He urged Christians to live their lives with the love and fear of God. Meanwhile, Zonal Pastor Charles Iruro of the Redeemed Christian Church of God Pentecost Assembly offered prayers for the country, seeking peace and progress in the land.
Every man's field where God has wired you, if you stay there, things will be okay with us. Any blessing that is not of God, sorrow will be the end.
No matter what is happening in the country, one thing is sure, in this month of March, our lives will move forward. The God that has kept us alive will move us forward.
At festivities, resident pastor Reverend Aldwell tells members to seek God at all times.
Life outside God is vanity.
All times.
Life outside God is vanity. Life outside God is disaster. But when you are living your life in God, in fact, your life has meaning.
No matter the challenges that the church is passing through now, and the challenges that the church may envisage in the future, we should be resolute to know that we are Christian and God has given us victory in the past and He will still give us victory in the future.
The life of the community, the people around here, in the presence of the church,
has also brought succor and change.
Today's service was filled with praise, thanksgiving, and references to God, including a playlet titled God's Calling.
Meanwhile, Nigeria can guarantee its food security by adopting smart agricultural practices and making a deliberate effort to grow what the nation needs. This expert viewpoint was shared at the 8th annual Ramadan lecture brings us the details of this event, which aims to foster spiritual growth while inspiring national development.
That lessons on food security, building Nigeria's path to sustainable economic growth and national development.
Your food you take must be adequate in terms of quantity and nutrients.
The insights shared inspire the audience to engage in homestead farming and to eat healthy while worshipping Allah.
For a nation that cannot truly feed itself, that nation is bound to not truly develop fully and will also be vulnerable to external shock, social unrest.
Underscoring the timeliness of the topic, organizers and Islamic clerics emphasize empowerment through agro-allied businesses.
To farm on our own without any serious capital. You can use sack to farm in your respective homes. You can rear what we call snails on your own without necessarily looking for any huge amount of money. So if we are able to do this, and we call attention of government to do more on this.
Of religion is to solve the problem, social and spiritual.
Insufficient for Nigerians.
The 5-in-1 event also held a national prayer for Allah's intervention in the affairs of the country, as well as an exhibition to support the growth of small and medium and
to also practice the uncommon aspect of zakat aside the annual giving of 2.5% of net earnings, but purification of the body, heart, actions, and means of livelihood. Nasiha segments by an Islamic scholar.
Quran ushered in the program Sahur Life, the daily soul lifting program airing this month of Ramadan on NTA. The program highlighted the purpose of zakat, which aims to alleviate poverty by targeting the poor and vulnerable. This act not only purifies one's wealth, but also
Internet global brothers. This is a new trend. It doesn't make sense. Your zakah and sadaqah are primarily meant for the poor people around you, the people you know.
Guest scholars further buttress some of the
life will look very, nobody will serve another. The life will look very difficult to live.
Yes.
That's why Allah is difficult to live.
Yes.
That's why Allah says, okay, you that have, I decree you have, and I decree those that don't have. To balance it, give them part of what you have. To balance it, give them part of what you have. So that the life will be peaceful.
Yes.
And that, so that the life will be peaceful.
Yes.
And that's all about zakat. And that tells you how good Islam is. That's all about zakat. And that tells you how good Islam is.
Programs Tech and Culture segment, as well as the women's angle, which focus on parents' expectations of their children, provided insightful discussions.
Then after that, you build the connection and build that rapport that you're able to influence, pace, and guide them to what they need to do.
Exactly.
Because it's even very important that we infuse that empathy. They are dealt with so much. The peer pressure is so overwhelming, even as an adult.
If you know yourself, you know how you work. Just try to navigate.
Provided insightful discussions.
Then after that, you build the connection and build that rapport that you're able to influence, pace, and guide them to what they need to do.
Exactly.
Because it's even very important that we infuse that empathy. They are dealt with so much. The peer pressure is so overwhelming, even as an adult.
If you know yourself, you know how you work. Just try to navigate.
Sahur Life featured
And the way for religious matters, the National Women's Platform on Security Sector Reform and Governance has called for an increase in the number of women occupying key positions in the security sector.
Has long struggled transparency, human rights, and the effective integration of gender and comprehensive approach to addressing these issues that the National Women Platform on Security Sector Reform and Governance, under the guidance of Frederick Elbert Stiftong, was established in Nigeria. Speaking in a media chat in Abuja on the inclusion of women in security sector reform and governance processes to celebrate the 2025 International Women's Day, Dr. Plansa Dayil, the national focal person, say it's not only a matter of gender equality, but also a strategic imperative as women constitute a significant portion of Nigerians' population and their perspectives, experiences, and expertise are invaluable in shaping policies and practices within the security sector.
The aim of the platform, the National Women Platform and regional levels, ensuring that they are more accountable, responsive to the security needs of women. The mission of the platforms is to ensure that we are dedicated to amplifying the
There's nothing like it. I think it's an enviable quality, a very admirable one to have, and I am so proud to call him my father.
Honestly speaking, I feel as if I'm still 50 something, because I still have strength.
Religious obligation, and in Nigerian witness, the wedding fatia, and now reports.
The wedding Fatiha of ASP Ahmed Suleiman and his love, Mariam Isa, got the blessing.
The African Magic Viewers' Choice Award (AMVCA) is set to return for its 11th edition, celebrating African film and television excellence. The nominee announcement will air on. Rema emphasized the importance of family, highlighting that he wants to have children within a marriage and provide for them. Lastly, embattled hip-hop mogul Diddy appeared in court with a dramatic new look, sporting white hair and a white beard. He denied allegations of forced labor and maintained his innocence.
Time to join our sports desk for the latest in the world of sports.
Paralympic medalist Eniola Bolaji is determined to win her second gold medal in Spain, competing in the second phase of the tournament in Toledo.